Hello, hello, Crossroads Witches and other interesting magical beings. Today is a little different. We're going to be talking about black magic, dark magic, because I am currently in the process of setting up a working. And I thought I was going to take a moment and sort of talk a little bit about what is black magic and what is cursing, where does all this come from, and am I bad for doing it? So first we're going to talk about definitions, defining what is black magic, what is dark magic per se. And I'm going to go with, over the years I've broken it down into three categories, so to speak, are my personal on that what is black magic. Black magic can be three different things when you say it to me. One, you can tell me that you are necromancy, occult. You are going to be invoking the 76 names of the demons and bringing them into your space, saying them all because they're memorized. And actually, they are memorized for me. All right, that would be bringing in lesser deities, demons. That's considered dark magic. Necromancy, working with the dead, is considered dark magic. Another form of dark magic, cursing, is justified, righteous vengeance. You're returning, you're bringing it back, all right? This is I want to say it's defensive on the offensive, is how I feel about it sometimes. You are justified in what you're doing. Some of the most powerful, darkest curses are right as the witch is getting killed, and she's like, in this town, she'll never prosper. All right? That's a dark curse. She lays it out as her life is ebbing out of her. All right? That's justified on a very deep primordial level. If you have been wronged, you have the right to defend. Now I want to talk about the third type of black dark magic, and that is the most dangerous of all of them. That's the one that gets your ass in trouble, all right? And where does the blackest, the darkest of magic come from? They come from a lowest of low vibrations: envy, jealousy, greed. Yeah, those are the ones that are pretty dark, dark, dark. That's where you move without regard for anyone or anything other than your sense of misplaced righteousness. You are moving in envy. You are moving in jealousy. You are moving in greed. All right? These are low vibrations. This is dark, dark magic. I tell people a lot of times, when you're up in that energy, you're not going to get it off of you. All right? It is so difficult. If you are in a rage of jealousy and you work magic during that time, that's some dark stuff that's going to come up and permeate. It's going to affect. It's going to come into your life. You are not cursing on someone else, so to speak. You might be disrupting their life for a little, but reality is you are disrupting your life, all right? When you are working magic in a state of denial, all right, where you're like, oh no, this is justified, this is righteous, they wronged me. But you know the truth, witch. You know the truth, all right? Now, what am I doing? I'm working a little bit of necromancy. I am going to be invoking spirit folk. I'm going to be working with the dead. And I am also working in a realm of righteous vengeance. All right? Y'all know we've had some things happening here in America. Without getting into too much, because I don't want to get triggered. The YouTube algorithm does not like certain words, and my little happy channel is gonna stay off the radar. So we are going to be talking about how you're not allowed to go to picnics no more, all right? And that everybody has the right to go to a picnic. Y'all know what I'm saying. So, my group, the House of Witchcraft, which has 3 groups operating under it, all of these groups, during the dark moon, which is tonight, you all will be seeing this video after we've done the working this evening. I'm getting my space ready for this evening, and what I am going to be working on is softening up things so that things can move, softening bones. I have a bone, all right, and which is going to soften things. This is my take on it. Some of our other witches are putting some stuff in their jar, but I got one of my curse bones, all right, and my curse bones, I cuss at them every full moon. Y'all see, like, I have my jar. Well, here, I don't want to touch it because I'm working some dark stuff right now, but this is my jar of blessed bones. Every month, I say good things into them. Well, actually, I say good things into them a lot of times. I walk up and tell them how special they are. Down at the cottage, I have a jar of cursed bones that I do the same thing where I walk in and foul and filth, and if somebody wants to cuss, I'll be like, here, cuss in this jar. So I've been working these bones, all right? Now, sometimes when we're doing cursed bones, you will see folks paint them black or sometimes paint them red. I've actually seen. What I'm going to be doing with mine is writing down the names of some people who say we can't go to a picnic anymore. I think there's like a certain set number of these people, and they all sit on benches. I'm going to wrap their names around my bone, and then I'm going to take some of my string, and I'm going to wrap that. Ooh, excuse me. Y'all, let me get a sip here real quick. Ooh, thank you. I needed that. Good. Like I said, y'all notice I don't even want to touch the good stuff right now. I do have some good Florida water spray. When you are working these things, I mean, I got some witchy magical practitioners that when they're working dark side things, they will put on plastic gloves for the working. I'm sort of leaning towards that for later this evening once I get the rest of my ingredients together. I'm going old school with a jar. I will be putting vinegar into my jar, and then I'm going into my bathroom. That's why I'm drinking water right now, because I need to fill it up, so to speak. And I'm going to be filling up the other half after I pee. I'm going to pee in my jar. In my jar, I'm going to be putting various herbs. Now, which herbs I choose to put, I'm not going to talk with y'all about, because these workings are very personal, all right? I will tell you some of my choices thus far are some red pepper, of course some nettle. Nettle always does. And then I'm looking for some other things I'm thinking about putting in there. All right, these jars, when we typically make these, like I said, this is what you're connected to. The darkest of herbs, the darkest of ingredients. I also have a little bucket outside the door that I did not bring in yet because it has got some dog shit in it. It's got something dead I found in my yard. I think it's a half-eaten lizard. I'm not sure. But it looked fairly gross, so I went with it. I walked around and found gross, horrid things that are in my vicinity. I didn't go buy any of it. And this is when you are working this type of magic, you already have everything you need. You just need to go look for it, all right? After I have everything together this evening, I will be putting my lid on it. Like I said, I'm showing y'all what I'm doing, but I'm not going to record me actually doing the working. When I am doing the working, I typically use a lot of cussing. I have some things written down over here that I plan on saying out loud during that time. And then I also have my shaky thing over here. I call it my shaky thing. Here's my shaky thing, because I like to shaky on it while I'm hollering at it. So I'm like, ah, you're bad. That's typically how it goes for me. And like I said, I'm using the vinegar base with the bone so that it softens and it dissolves and it goes away. And that the things in which these folks are holding firm, they're not firm. And what's happening isn't permanent. It's going to dissolve and go away. Now, after I filled up my jar, I've hollered at it. I may get some incense as well. I actually have dark opium, which I like when I'm also asking some of my spirit folk to make sure that these people have nightmares. You know, they just can't find rest. It's really what I'm working on. Now, once I've got it all together, I have it sealed, I'm good to go. I have a really nice candle here. It is a hand-molded, it is an Into Oblivion candle. This is where you want a darker candle, but this is not Dume, all right? Or a doom candle, death unto my enemies, all right? I don't know if they're enemies as much as they're idiots, but I'm going to take my beautiful candle, I will put it on top, I will let it burn all the way down into, and let it all drip out. This is a great candle. I like these because they typically only take a couple of hours to burn. Make sure when you place it out, let me move this around. You want to, oops, let me put him down here. I have, right here she is. Make sure that you have got a fireproof witches. I cannot say this enough. Y'all just don't know the stories I've heard over the years of shops, botanicas, catching on fire, people's homes. Knew a dear witch that she almost for real burned her house down, girlfriend. I mean, it was so fast, so quick. A candle got tipped over. Wouldn't you know it, just like in the movies, the curtain goes on fire and then it's in the ceiling. I mean, I saw it the next day. It was sad. All right, so fireproof. I'm going to set this on top. It's going to burn. It's going to seal it in. Now, I have a couple of different options at this point, depending on what practitioner you talk to. All right, I'm Southern Conjuring, so typically for my folk, we want to bury it. But you will talk with other folks who tell you that you need to put it into a fast-moving body of water. I don't like doing that, just because of today's ecosystem. Somehow, in my mind, I'm better if I bury this in my backyard. If for any reason I need to retrieve it, I can. With it, you know, when I am doing these workings, I do like to use a glass jar as opposed to plastic. And again, that's my own preference, you know. I've heard folks, so many different ways of disposal. You can also take it to the landfill. If you have access to a good old-fashioned dump, since I moved to California, I just can't find them. But where I was out in South Carolina, we had some great old dumps. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And, you know, I'd go up there with a hubby. He'd empty the garbage, and I'd go up on the backside with my shovel and dig and shove my little jar, you know, up at the county dump. There are a lot of different ways you can dispose of it. You want to somehow connect it back to earth. That's my personal feelings. Again, you can talk with another practitioner who's going to tell you something completely different on it. Like I said, as far as these type of jars, what you put in it is the foulest, the filth, the most horrible things that you can put in there, all right? And how you work it. for the next couple days after it's burned down. I will pick it up and shout at it a couple times, shake it really hard. I may also burn a couple of other candles around it. Most of the time it takes me about 2 to 3 days where I'm like, all right, I cooked it enough. It's time to just go let it sit and marinate. And let the universe, let the energies just really start working on this intention. And I hope all you witches out there, like I said, we did it this past dark moon. Guess what? There's another dark moon in 28 days, that you're inspired to put people in jars that don't let other people go to picnics. Just saying. All right? All right, witch. I hope this inspires and everything with what's going on in the world. And also when we're talking about dark magic, black magic, what it really is, making sure that we are talking within the same definitions of it, understanding that there are different ones, and what are you doing, and looking at yourself honestly. What's the emotion, the intention, the energy you're bringing up? And of course, if it's from that place of low energy, envy, greed, jealousy, all right, are big ones. There's a couple of sub categories under there. If you're dealing with that, you don't need to be working no magic. You need to be working on you, witch. All right, I do want to say thank you to all my subscribers, all you people who press like, and of course, extra special to all of you folks who leave comments, and to you people who have joined my membership here on YouTube. Thank you for the support. Of course, if you want to know more about me, the groups, the House of Witchcraft, please go to houseofwitchcraft.com, sign up for the newsletter. It's free. We send out a newsletter every month with the blogs, the different things going on at House of Witchcraft, let you know about the videos I'm putting out. And if you would like to get involved, look into our 13 Moons community, where we inspire, encourage, and empower witches as they go on the journey of 13 moons. And with that said, witches, get out there, fly those brooms. Hope y'all have as bright of a blessed day. Well, it's not really a blessed day right now. I hope y'all have as bright of a cursed day as I'm planning to have in the next couple of hours. All right. And as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and H.o.W.